Opened by President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital territory. Discussion amongst the West African heads of state is centered on the political and security situation in Guinea-Bissau, the observer status of Tunisia, and an association agreement with Mauritania. The Mauritanian President Mohamed Abdel Aziz and his Tunisian counterpart Beji Keït are special guests at the meeting. Morocco's proposed membership to the body is also on the agenda, but a final decision is not expected until 2018. Morocco's King Mohammed VI is not in attendance, although Moroccan diplomats are representing the nation at the summit. Also, the political stalemate in Guinea-Bissau is discussed as President José Mario Vaz has refused to appoint the Prime Minister nominated by the ruling party, who have won the required number of seats in Parliament to determine the nomination for the Prime Minister post. The ruling party faction and President Vaz are also at the summit to break the deadlock as negotiations, which have been moderated by President Buhari, continues inside the Congress Hall. And away from that, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has advocated for judicious implementation of existing laws promulgated to tackle the rising trend of violation of the rights of women and children in the country. Professor Osinbajo made the advocacy at the opening of a workshop on war against abuse in Nigeria held at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Saturday. He said unless laws meant to curtail the excesses of abusers are fully implemented, the menace will continue unabated. Organized by the wife of the President, Aisha Buhari, through her pet project Future Assured, the conference sought to get view of stakeholders and better ways to reducing, if not ending, the trend of abuse in the country.
Victims should not be made to be on the defensive, and this is quite important. All too often, women and girls are advised and counseled on how to prevent or avoid rape. What to wear, what not to wear, where to go and where not to go, with little or no emphasis placed on engaging and counseling boys and men about how to treat women and girls.
We thank His Excellency President Buhari for responding immediately to the cries of these Nigerians by setting up a committee of multiple agencies of government headed by the Vice President to immediately provide aircraft to bring back Nigerians from Libya.
Citing the right abuse case in Kano State where 10,000 naira damages were apportioned against perpetrators, wife of the President, Aisha Buhari, said such is not enough as more is needed to ensuring a stiffer penalty against abusers to deepen the war against abuse.
I have reflected over these matters and have come to the conclusion that we need to bring discourse on these issues to public domain, listen to professionals to tease out the issues and prefer solutions. There is a need to educate people and raise necessary awareness on preventing issues and the need for immediate reporting of incidences to law enforcement agencies to take actions appropriately.
Your presence here confirms that Nigeria and Nigerians do not accept, condone, tolerate, or agree with abuse of any form against its people or within its borders.
Other speakers at the event emphasized the need for government at all levels to ensure a robust legal framework to intensify the fight against abuse.
Efficient enough, and that what we are lacking is those charged with the responsibility of enforcing these laws are not doing their work, and that if they are so doing, we won't have a problem.
There's an increase in abuse in Nigeria. There's an increase in abuse on children, on women, generally on the citizens, and there hasn't been a strong voice. And which better voice than the mother of the nation standing up to speak against abuse?
We are trying to look into the violent affected persons already. Like right now we have the one-stop center where all the abused persons are being rehabilitated.
And now moving on, Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff General Gabriel Olonisaki has attributed the transformation in the capabilities of the armed forces, particularly the Navy, in the last 2 years to the support and encouragement of President Muhammadu Buhari. General Olonisaki stated this during the graduation ceremony of 15 senior officers of Course 1 2017 at the Naval War College, Ubima community in the Ikore local government area of Rivers State. Addressing the graduates, the Chief of Defense Staff tasked them to remain courageous and professional in the discharge of their duties.
Graduating officers of the Naval War College Course 1, I once again say congratulations. I also extend my sincere appreciation to your spouses, who in your absence kept the home front running effectively. To them, I say thank you for your understanding and patience.
The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, urged the graduates to always defend the credentials they have obtained as graduates of the institution. Earlier Commandant of the College, Rear Admiral Thaddeus Udofia, noted that the Naval Institution was created to fill gaps in skills, abilities, and knowledge within the management cadre and enhance capacity of officers to respond to the emerging maritime threats.
You will be doing yourselves and the country a lot of good by keeping the acquired skills up to date through continuous learning and mentoring of others. Our Navy in particular certainly looks forward to your productive years. Accordingly, as you course through this voyage of service, I wish you following says.
And implore you to justify the time, effort, and resources of the past 6 months by ensuring that the new you manifests in subsequent appointments and offices.
And now the General Court Martial, GOC, sitting in Maiduguri, Borno State, has sentenced the soldiers serving in Operation Lafia Dole to death for murder. Other soldiers also backed jail sentences for various offenses, ranging from manslaughter to illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. The soldier, Lance Corporal John Godwin, was charged for killing 5 rescued civilians in the Yamteke town of Borno State. The civilians were earlier rescued by troops of the Soldiers Battalion and were taken for investigation at the time the soldiers shot and killed 5 of them. Another soldier, Sergeant Innocent Ototo, was sentenced to life imprisonment for manslaughter after torturing and killing a 13-year-old boy who he said stole his phone. The incident happened at Zamanbari area of Maiduguri Metropolis in Borno State. Lance Corporal Benjamin Osage and Private Sunday Onwe were also sentenced to 20 years imprisonment each for offenses bordering on manslaughter and illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. Delivering the judgment, the President of the Court Martial, Brigadier General Gbenga Olusegun Adesina, said that the offenses run contrary to Nigerian Army's rules of engagement, ROE, and also against Nigerian laws and Geneva Conventions, which Nigeria is signatory to and which the Nigerian Army as a professional army holds in high esteem. All the soldiers sentenced, however, said to be subject to confirmation by the Chief of Army Staff and by the Army Council. Still to come, Oyo bans council officials from collecting levies. Details of this and other stories when Galaxy News returns. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Galaxy TV News. For more updates and latest news, log on to our website www.galaxytvonline.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can also follow or interact with us via our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV, or tweet at GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at @OfficialGalaxyTV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live update and comments. And now to Oyo State. The state government has cautioned local government officials, all their agents, against blocking of roads to force branded vehicle owners to procure their locally made mobile advert stickers. The Director General of the Oyo State Signage and Advertisement Agency, Yinka Adepoju, while speaking with journalists in Ibadan, maintained that the state government has already put in place a law which prohibits this act.
It has come to the knowledge of our agency that some local government officials, if they are here, or their agents, are in the habit of blocking roads
to force branded vehicle owners to procure their locally produced mobile bus stickers. This, I am sure you know, is contrary to the extant law that established the signage agency. Therefore, perpetrators of these unlawful acts should henceforth desist from such, as the state government shall deal decisively with anyone caught after today. Nobody or group of persons, no matter how highly placed, will be allowed to import into this state mobile advert stickers different from the one produced by this agency.
He stated that the effort was to generate revenue for government, adding that enforcement on the stickers would commence by January 2, 2018. The Director General of the agency and the Commissioner of Information and Culture in the state, Toye Arulogun, urged residents of the state to ensure compliance with the laws regulating display of posters and banners, as well as billboards across the state.
No doubt the agency is faced with a lot of challenges, like every other MDA, especially in the area of sophisticated equipment and security backup.
In some cases, they have to blast the posters on the wall. They have to have equipment. And for a government that is still struggling with salaries, you know, there are so many issues, you know. So it's not because they don't want to really do it. Yes, they do it, but there are some little.
The cost is huge.
More stories coming up. Welcome back. If you just joined us, this is Galaxy TV News. And now, our next story, the Ijo People Federation has declared unacceptable what they term marginalization by the people and traditional institution of Benin and Edo State government at large. This declaration was made at a press briefing held at the palace of Kalasue of Ijo Akpoi land in Ese-Odo local government area of Ondo State. Addressing the press on behalf of Ijo and Akpoi people, High Chief Shegun Dabo described the treatment Ijos Nokomu in Edo State are receiving from the people of Benin and the state government as unholy, which must be addressed urgently.
Benin cannot claim a different or older history than the rest of the Yoruba from where it originated. Thus, the hollow claim of Benin to a higher traditional status to any Ijo clan in Edo State, particularly the ancient Okomu Apoy Kingdom, is merely megalomaniac and unbridled territorial ambition, which will never stand.
The combined people and traditional rulers of Ijo Federation resolved that Edo State government should accord the traditional ruler of Okomu Apoy its appropriate recognition, including other Ijo kingdoms within the state.
So inhuman that the Ijo territory that produces the wealth of the state, particularly also of abundant oil palm and rubber plantations, extensive forest reserves, and crude oil production, which serve as the mainstay of the state economy, could be so unconsciously marginalized in terms of infrastructural development. We therefore call on the Edo State government for urgent redress in the interest of humanity.
Speaking with journalists after the briefing, the president of Ijo Youth Council, Eric Omare, and the national president, Ijo People's Development Initiative, warned that if the current ill treatment the Ijos continue, they may be forced to defend their integrity at all costs.
With a local government area of their own, enjoys absolute political freedom in that they have produced nearly all the offices. This kingdom has produced a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They have produced a member of the House of Reps, presently a deputy governor. It's a routine to produce council chairmen and members of the House of Assembly. But in the neighboring Edo State, which is less than 20 minutes drive from here, the young people do not even have a cleaner in the Edo State government.
We are warning the people of Benin that we are not subject or slave to the people of Benin, and that we should not be treated as such. That Ijo people will not accept any treatment of second-class citizen, and we are ready to take our destiny on our hands.
Now to politics in Anambra State, following the recent judgment of the Federal High Court Abuja mandating INEC to recognize Obiora Okonkwo of the PDP as a substantive winner of the Anambra senatorial race, reactions have continued to trail the scheduled rerun election. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, had declared Senator Uche Kwenife as the leader of the said election, which was also affirmed by law